Hey everybody, this is Tom from A Board Gamer. Welcome to Pirates Cove. You and your rival pirate captains will compete to be the most notorious pirates of legend. Be prepared to plunder and trade, attack merchants for booty and gold, or, for greater legendary status, attack rival pirates to increase your abilities. But alas, you can only carry so much booty and gold. Find a few quiet beaches to bury your treasure, and if you can bury more treasure faster than your rivals, you will be known as one of the greatest Tiny Epic Pirates. Tiny Epic Pirates is a 1 to 4 player game for ages 14 and up, with an average gameplay length of 30 to 60 minutes, published by Gamelyn Games. The long and short of Tiny Epic Pirates has you collecting and selling crates of booty for gold, while avoiding the Navy and attacking other ships that try to get in your way. Collect enough gold to bury 3 treasure chests before your fellow pirates, and prove you are the greatest pirate of this here cove. To set up the game, you will take all 16 map cards, shuffle them, and lay them out in a 4x4 grid to make a map of the Pirate Cove. Once laid out, shuffle the search tokens and place one face down on each of the map cards and return any unused tokens to the box. Next, to each player give a legend mat, a helm mat, and a gold doubloon. All players will also choose one captain card, then each player will choose a color ship and gather the matching items, which include 5 order tokens, 3 treasure chests, legend token, and finally the captain and crew meeples. With all tokens distributed, each player will set up their mats. Starting with the legend mat, place the gold doubloon on the number 1. This will be your gold tracker. Keep in mind, you can never have more than 13 doubloons. Next to the doubloon, place 3 empty treasure chests. Above those, place your legend tracker unbloody side up on the legend track. And finally, 1 crew meeple on the 3rd level of the legend track as a reward for crossing that level. Next, moving to the helm mat. Place the order tokens face down and shuffle them. Each player will place them one by one on the wheel going clockwise to establish their individual order tracks. More on what each order means later. Then place the captain meeple on the empty hideout space. Then place each crew member below on the deck assignments. 1 on rigging, 1 on cannons, and 1 on extort. These can be moved around later. Let us continue on to the market mat. Randomly add 1 booty token of each type on the left side of the mat, 1 for each crate location. This will determine the starting price for each booty type if sold. Place all remaining booty tokens into the booty bag and put to the side for now. Separate the merchant cards, 2s together, 4s together, and so on, and place them face down with the highest number on the bottom and the lowest on top. Draw 2 cards and place 1 under the orange ship icon and 1 under the green ship icon at the bottom of the mat. These cards represent the current stats of the merchant ships. Speaking of the merchant ships, we will place 1 random booty crate from the booty bag on each merchant ship and then place them on opposite corners of the map. On these very same locations, we will place port tokens. Next, place the Navy ship on an empty corner without a merchant ship on it. Near the map, place the surefire tokens and dice, along with the shuffled crew deck. Draw 3 crew cards and place them face up next to the crew deck. Finally, starting with the first player, usually the youngest, but it's up to you, place 1 booty crate on your ship. First player places the cheapest booty crate at the 2 gold in the market. The second player collects the next booty crate worth 3 gold, and so on. In order, place your ships with the booty on it onto a cove location indicated by this anchor icon. With everything placed, the game is ready to begin. Each player will start by selecting their captain's orders. This is done by moving your captain meeple on to the next action. If you wish to take an action that is further down the wheel, you must use your deckhands to skip that action. But keep in mind, if you use the deckhands, you will lose the bonus they provide from their previous locations. Once chosen, check your legendary status. There you will find your movement, and add an additional movement for each deckhand placed on rigging on the helm mat. Move orthogonally to your desired location and never diagonally. If you enter a storm space, you will become jostled. That means you will move your deckhand from the rigging to the repair and decrease your movement. If no deckhand is in rigging, you move any available deckhand to the repair location. Every movement into the storms trigger this until you have no deckhands to move to repair. In that instance, you cannot move into a storm location until they are removed from the repair by moving them to the wheel to skip actions or by hiding out. Now we will execute your captain's orders. If you finish your movement in a location that matches your captain's orders, you may execute it. These orders consist of plunder, trade, crew up, search, attack, and hideout. Once you perform your one order and any bonus actions, you pass to the next player. Now let's go over what each order consists of. We will start with plunder, identified by the crossed swords. Depending upon the number of crates, you will be allowed to draw 1 or 2 booty crates from the booty bag, place them onto your ship. You can only carry a maximum of 3 crates. If you draw any additional, you can swap out for the ones you want and return any extra to the booty bag. Now that you have the crates, you have the opportunity to trade the crates for gold. When you see this symbol, along with the type of goods that can be sold in this port, you are allowed to sell that single type in this port, but you can sell as many as you would like. In this example, we sell 1 coffee for 3 gold, or if we had 2 coffees, it would be 3 each, gaining 6 gold. Once sold, place crates back into the booty bag and move the crate to the bottom of the market while increasing the value of any crates in between. Now, this does not have to be a solo journey. With the crew up action, you can add one of the face-up crewmates to your ship. If you do not like any of them, you may pay a single gold doubloon to wipe the available crewmates and draw 3 new ones. You are never required to take one, but they do offer chances at hits with the dice numbers above them, as well as bonus actions that we will go over later. One other thing you can do on the crew up action is to mutiny. This can only be done once per game, and this allows you to flip your captain card over for different bonus actions. When you do this, also flip the legend token to its bloodied side to indicate the mutiny has already occurred. Another action allows you to search any location you have landed on that has a search token. Flip the token. If it has an exclamation point, collect reward immediately. If the clock symbol, you may keep this and use it on a future turn and then discard it after use. Now for the attack action. This action allows you to fire on any ship in your location. You can attack a merchant ship in hopes of gaining gold and whatever goods they are carrying. Or, if a legendary status upgrade is what you are after, you can challenge a higher level merchant or another pirate. However, you can never attack the Navy. Check your legendary status. This will determine the number of dice you may roll. With a single roll, match the results with the captain and the crew cards. Every match counts as a hit, along with any deckhands on the cannon's location. Also, if you have any surefire tokens, you can discard one to change the die result of 1 die. Once all hits have been added together, compare them to either the merchant card placed on the market mat of the same color or against the roll of the pirate whom you have attempted to attack. If your attack is higher than the merchant ship, it sinks and you collect the rewards listed on the card. Then you discard the card and replace it from the merchant deck. Also, move the merchant ship to the port furthest away from the attacking ship with a new booty crate placed upon it. If you tie or roll less attacks than the merchant cards, nothing happens to the merchant ship. However, you become jostled, which makes you move a deckhand to the repair location, but you gain a surefire token for future use. If you attack another pirate, compare rolls. Player who rolled more attacks gains a legend level, whereas the pirate who rolled less becomes jostled and gains a surefire token. If tied, both players gain a surefire token and neither player gets jostled. And the final action is the hideout. This is the only location that is free to skip. You do not need to place a deckhand here to skip this action. If on a cove location indicated by the anchor, you can attempt to hide from the Navy as well as reassign your deckhands to the locations desired. This is handy because when you move across the ship line, you will also be moving the merchant ships one spot towards the opposite port, as well as moving the Navy ship towards the active player. The number of spots the Navy is able to sail is based on the active player's treasures they have buried. If the Navy enters the active player's location, it attacks the player immediately and it automatically wins. All deckhands move to the repair location and no surefire tokens are gained. But if you are hiding out in a cove, you will be safe even if the Navy enters your location. Another benefit from crossing the ship line, you also gain a coin for every deckhand on the extort location. Let's return to bonus actions. These actions are optional and can only be taken if they are activated by the same captain's order you are currently on. An example of one bonus action that needs to be taken to win this game is the Captain's Buried Treasure action. Whenever you are on a search order, if you have enough gold required for a bury site and are currently on such a location, you can place one of your treasure chests and subtract the gold from the gold track. When triggering bonus actions, the order always begins with the captain and then proceeds to the crew. Not all actions may be triggered, but the actions must be completed before moving on to the next bonus action. These are the orders and bonus actions that can be taken. Once you take your single captain's order and any bonus actions, pass to the next player. Once a player has buried 3 treasure chests, the end game is triggered. Continue the game until the end of the round, ensuring all players took the same number of turns, and the player who buried 3 chests wins. If tied, the player with the greatest legend level wins. If still tied, the most gold. And if still tied, the most booty on their ships. And that is how you play Tiny Epic Pirates. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and ring the bell to get notified about new videos. If you're bored now, click this for more games.